friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. Today we are talking about pancakes, and I'm going to show you how to make what I think are the best gluten-free pancakes of all time. So these pancakes are like a base, and I'm really excited because I think they are totally customizable, and they're like the kind of pancake that you could add chocolate chips to, blueberries, strawberries, bananas. You could serve them with maple syrup. You could serve them with Nutella, melted chocolate. You kind of get the picture. So they're the perfect kind of like simple pancake that you can basically do whatever you want to. So I'm excited to share you 4 different variations in today's video. And I also included instructions in the blog post that kind of talk about how you can turn this into a mix. So you can just scoop it, add your wet ingredients, and make pancakes. You don't have to like mix the flours every time, which is great. I also showed a vegan version as well as a non-vegan version if you eat eggs. And I just think they're like a really great staple to have on hand, and I'm really excited for you guys to try them. As always, I have included the blog post down in the description box, which has the full recipe, talks a little bit more about the recipe, shows you more photos, instructions, ingredient list, everything like that. I also want to encourage you to subscribe if you are not yet part of this community here on YouTube. You can tap the red subscribe button right below this video that says subscribe. That will subscribe you, and that's all you got to do. Otherwise, let's get started with our pancakes. All right, so let's first run over the ingredients. Here's what we are using. Only 7 ingredients, so simple. And we are gonna start with our wet ingredients. So I've got the almond milk, and you can use any sort of milk that you want. We're gonna add in our oil. I'm using olive oil, any oil will work, as well as some maple syrup, which just adds a little bit of sweetness. And then we're cracking 2 eggs into this jar as well, and we are beating this all together until it's smooth. If you are vegan, you could absolutely use flax eggs instead of the regular eggs, or just whatever egg alternative you like to use. Then you can just set your wet ingredients aside, and we are going to add the dry ingredients into a mixing bowl. We've got our quinoa flour, our oat flour, our baking powder, as well as a little bit of sea salt, which is optional. And then again, just whisk this together until it's combined. And then we will pour our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients and mix it all together. And this, my friends, is the base of our pancakes. So you could just cook these up like regular pancakes right now if you are ready. Or if you want to add in some mix-ins, I'm going to show you 4 different flavor variations. So let's get started with those. Number 1 is the classic blueberry. So what I like to do is I just like to spoon the batter directly onto a pan, and then I honestly just sprinkle the blueberries directly on top of this, and I don't mix it in. You don't have to mix it in. You can. Your batter will probably turn purple, but that's okay. So just let it kind of cook until bubbles start to form, flip it over, and cook it another few seconds, and just repeat until you've used all of your pancake batter. So for serving blueberry pancakes, you guys know I am a huge fan of topping my pancakes with yogurt, so a lot of these will have yogurt on top. Coconut yogurt is my base. And then I actually just took some frozen blueberries and I popped them in the microwave for 30 seconds, and they turned into this like blueberry sauce almost. So I did a topping of that. And then I did a drizzle of coconut and some maple syrup. And this is just like the ultimate stack of pancakes in my eyes. So good, so simple, just decadent and fluffy, delicious, so good. Flavor number 2 is apple cinnamon, and we're going to actually mix the apple and cinnamon into the batter. So I've got my batter here. Add your cinnamon, add your apple, and just stir this all together until it is combined. And then you will just cook this up like regular pancakes. You can scoop some onto your skillet, cook it on medium until the little bubbles start to form. Once the bubbles form, you flip it over and you just cook another few seconds on the other side and repeat with the rest of your batter. For serving this one, I decided I wanted to do some peanut butter. So I did a drizzle of peanut butter on top. I had some extra grated apples, so I added a little bit of that on top as well. I did do a sprinkle of coconut, and then I drizzled it with maple syrup, and these are like the ultimate fall treat. Apple and peanut butter is such a good combo, perfectly sweet, loved the cinnamon, and they're just so, so good. Our third option is lemon, and I have batter here, and I'm going to add in my lemon zest and then just stir this all together. And lemon pancakes are so good for spring. They're bright, they're light and fluffy and flavorful, and they're just like happiness on a plate, I guess you could say. And we're gonna cook these just as we have the other ones. Scoop some batter onto your pan, cook them until bubbles start to form, flip them over, repeat with the rest of your batter. And then we will do our toppings. So like I said, I would have loved to have poppy seeds, but I didn't have any on hand. So I just did some coconut yogurt on top, and then I finished it with a little bit of the lemon zest, which adds just even more flavor. And then finish it off with a little bit of a hefty pour of maple syrup. Don't usually do this much. It came out really fast, but maple syrup, lemon, coconut yogurt, simple and so delicious. And lastly, chocolate chip. Chocolate chip is just like a favorite in everybody's house, I'm sure. And similar to the blueberry, I'm gonna scoop the pancake batter onto the pan and then sprinkle the chocolate chips directly onto the batter. This is great because you can do different flavors for different people in your household since you don't have to mix them all together. So if some people want blueberry and some people want chocolate chip, you can totally do that. Just like the others, you're going to cook until bubbles form, flip them over, and repeat until you've finished all of your pancake batter. And for serving chocolate chip, I did yogurt again, surprise, surprise. Finished it with a little bit of an additional chocolate chips. I also think this would be delicious if you melted chocolate chips in the microwave and turned it into a chocolate sauce. That felt a little bit too heavy after eating 4 stacks of pancakes while I was filming this video, so I just went with coconut and maple syrup. But again, pretty much anything goes well with chocolate. So this is the final version, and I hope you guys give these pancakes a try and let me know which flavor you like the best down in the comment box. And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm really excited for you to have like a perfect gluten-free pancake. I personally love pancakes. They are like a family tradition that we have been having for years and years and years. I still try to have pancakes every weekend. My dad makes pancakes for my mom every weekend. Every time I go home, we have pancakes. So it's just like this tradition that I love. I think they're the best breakfast of all time. And I'm excited to finally have a version that is not only gluten-free, but also dairy-free with vegan versions and customizable with whatever additions I want. As I mentioned in the beginning, I also have instructions in the blog post about how to make it into a mix. So you can just make a big, huge batch, keep it in your pantry or fridge, and just scoop out what you need to make a single serving of pancakes rather than mixing all the flours at once. So if you guys have any questions along as you go, make sure to come back to this video, let us know in the comments. If you do end up making the recipe, I would encourage you, and I would very appreciate it if you could go to the blog post and rate the recipe and also leave a review there. It just helps us kind of get out to more people if it has star ratings. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you have not yet already joined our awesome community here on YouTube, please tap that red button that is right below this video that says subscribe. That will subscribe you. And don't forget to click the bell, which turns on your notifications, which makes sure that you never miss another video from me. Thank you so much again for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to tune in and watch. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.